Okay, we're going to make a warm value scale. I'm going to start out with black, the cool black, down at the bottom. Now this is Linda Wise's personal value scale. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 values on it. And I really only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spaces right here. But I will put, I will divide the white and the warm white here. And I think I will do the same for the cool black and the warm black. Although, you know, I really, since this is a warm value scale and I have my cool value scale on the other side, I think as I think this through and talk to you, I think I'm just going to put the warm black here and the warm white here, and we don't need the cool ones because we have them on the other side. So let's go with that. I want to grab my brush. Let's find a number 12 flat, okay, and wet it. And I'm going to start out with warm white. Now in the other value scale, I showed you how to put the tapes on, you know, the stretchy tape and stuff to make everything really nice and neat. And so you know how to do that now. So I'm just gonna paint my scale and not worry about all of that. So first of all, I'm going to put warm white right here at the top of my scale for value 10. Again, this being a warm value scale, I'm not going to use titanium white, I'm just going to use warm white for the warm number 10, value 10. Okay, now I'm going to let that dry for a second, and I'm going to come back down here and put in our warm black. We're going to make that in Linda's lesson in block 2. She has the formula for her warm scale, and I'm going to follow that. Now this warm white is an actual value of 9.2, so I think what I'm going to do is put the actual value right here so that I'll have that in. Oh boy. Just dropped it in my warm white. Hold on a second. Okay. I want to ruin the other side. Good thing there's glaze medium and sealer on it. So anyway, so I'll have the accurate information right there at my fingertips when I need it. So let's go now to the warm mixed black, and this is a value 1.8, so it's really more of a 2, but it is a warm black when we need a warm black. Okay, and we know carbon black, which maybe I'll go ahead and just put a dot of carbon black down here for an actual 1 so that we'll know that. Okay, so I'm going to mix black and raw umber for my warm black. Let's put that down at the other end of the palette. Okay, so there's my black, and here's my raw umber, and I'm going to mix them in equal portions. And the addition of the raw umber pushes this to a value 1.8 instead of just a straight value 1. This is an old bottle, and it doesn't have its value on it, but that information is in our lessons, and I can provide that for you. I don't have a new bottle of raw umber sitting close to me to check the value on it. But I would imagine it's maybe a 0.2. Let's see. I do have the pigment wheel behind me. Says it's a value 1. So let's just go ahead and paint this on here. Our purpose is to have a subjective scale that we can look to when we need to. Because this is on the other side of my whole scale, then my cutout has already been done. Okay. So there we have our bottom value on our warm scale. We'll go ahead, as I said, and place the cool black, which is the actual value 1, right here, so we have that to compare to. Okay. You know, maybe I want to put a little bit of that right here as well, so it can be right up next to it. Makes it easier to compare. Okay. Now, I will need to use my opaque white. Linda specifies titanium white, but it is the same, except just a little more opaque. Okay. I believe the reason for that is because Linda has had her value scale since long before the Traditions added opaque white to their lineup. Not because of any difference in what it would, in the potential difference in value. Let's clean up some little messy spots. Okay. Alright, so now let's come back so let's just come up. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of titanium white to our warm mix to make a value 2. Just going to sneak up on it. We don't want to see a lot of difference. It may be too much difference, so let me add a little of the warm mix back in. Okay, and okay, so let's add that. Okay, as I put this on here, I see that there's not really enough difference, so I'm just going to brush mix a little bit of white into that again. And come back, and now I can see a change. Don't feel like it's enough of a change, so you know, you'll find that in painting these and in learning how to do this and in training your eye, it's back and forth. And also, okay, that looks good to me. Also, there's really everybody sees color differently, and that includes black and white. So your value scale may not be the same as mine, and vice versa. Okay, so our next level up is adding a little more of our white. So I'm just going to come over here and once again do that. Oops, I don't want to do it in all because I forgot this part. Yeah, I know, I could use the tapes and be a little less messy, but